Hi everybody, just a quick video to show you my layout so far. This is the control board I made to control 17 points. These are for the Pico switches, just got to space them out and screw them down. I've done all the wiring. You can see where it terminates, goes all the way around. As mentioned in a previous video, I was putting all the points on a separate bus wire and to the bus wires I have underneath. So that's the control board. What I intend to do is to put all of this lot all wired in. All those wires are just test wires. I'll have 3 of those modules, which are point position indicators. I won't explain all that wiring. So eventually they will be here, or behind there rather. I'm putting red and green LEDs on the turnouts. So when I switch it, it'll either show red or green. Yeah, so that's it for this section. I'll show you the next part. I'll show you it all working. Hopefully all working. So bye for now. Hello again. Just a very quick update regarding my control panel. I've managed to connect all the switches up to this board. This one, I got 17 points. And what I forgot is that several points are going to be wired together. So one switch will control 2 points. And I think I've got 5 switches that do that, which meant I only needed 12. So this one has become surplus to requirements. But sometime in the future, I may add more points, and then I'll use this. What you can't make out is each of those. I've got red and green LEDs. What I'll do now is I'll stop this, turn it over, and quickly show you the wiring. Hello again. As you can see, I'm a bit like Spaghetti Junction. Those 3 modules are CDUs plus point position indicators. That side, where all common wires go, are LEDs. So all these wires around here are LEDs. A lot of the other wires are for the point motors. What I have to do is on the tops of these, wire in these wires. All these wires are going to the point motors. What I've got to do is screw this to here. Then I'll fold it back and wire all these in. So what I'll do next is, so by the way, these 3 modules, as a word of warning, I purchased these from a company called Modeling Electronics. Just a quick warning, you probably see that one is different to those 2. These are what's called mega CDUs. Got greater capacity than that one. That one works well, just because of those 2. But this one failed. And I know my way around electronics pretty well. So I know when something's failed. And he wouldn't look at it unless I paid for postage. Now, as the customer, I really don't see why I should pay for postage. But I had no choice because the guy, unbelievably rude. So I sent it, and he brought it back. No, he sent it back rather. and the bit that failed worked. So I wired it up into that position and started wiring, and I noticed that the capacitors weren't charging, and these were getting really hot, very hot. So I immediately stopped and swapped it for that one, which works fine. And again, the guy's not interested at all. His response, his communications is appalling. His customer services is appalling. If anybody buys from this company, I would thoroughly test the item you buy before installing it, and be prepared for hassle. So that's that. So what I'll do now is I'll turn it over, fasten it in position here, connect the wires, and I'll show you it working. So bye for now. Hi again, final part of this video. I've now screwed this in position, and I've connected all the wires that's in that trunking from all the point motors into the back of here. We'll just lift that up. Right, there's all the wires now going in from the trunking into those electric blocks and into the modules. What I'll do is I'll switch it on and show you it working. So here goes. You may not see the colours, the red and green, very well. So here goes. So I'm not too sure how well the red and green will show up. So if I flick a switch, I won't actually show you the points, but you can hear them if I flick the switch. And see the lights changing on the board. Now what I've done, which made sense to me, there's probably a better way, is I've got red and green. Red means I can't go down the turnout. The turnout's blocked. If it's green, I can obviously use the turnout. That applies to the double ones as well. If the light's red, then it's not negotiable. Is that right? Navigational, negotiable, whatever. So yeah, that's my thought of using those red and green. I have got bi-colour LEDs, which are red and green, but it didn't work with the point position indicators I've used. The other point position indicators from block signalling, they did work. So if one of those modules fails again behind here, I'm going to scrap the lot. I'm going to use the other point position indicators and use the bicolours. So that's it for the control panel for now. The next job is working out how to have a temporary leg underneath this to hold this in position, because that's where I want to put my controller. And I want it to fold down so I can get to the back as easy as possible. I can with this in this position it's in, and I made it so I can lift it up should I need to do any more emergency wiring. So that's it. My next job will be to put the upper layer in place all the way around, and I'll show you that when I've done it. So I think, yeah, that's it for now. And I'll see you again when I've install the upper layer. This wiring took a lot longer than it should, and because of the fault with the modules, and after waiting for replacements which failed. So that's it. So bye for now. I'll see you again in the future.